Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Brittani Hayes and I'm an Ambassador Diamond, and I'm here on this Zoom with Jordan Spinter, Presidential Diamond, and Amanda Steyn, Triple Diamond, also soon to be ambassadors. By the time you're watching this, they probably already will be ambassador. But we are so excited that you have chosen to join our team. We're so excited just to help you change your life with this business. This business has changed all three of our lives so much. It's just allowed us to live a life of complete freedom and do things we never dreamt we would have been able to do before. And all of us got started with this business, not feeling equipped and not thinking like this was something we could necessarily do, but not being able to ignore the notion that God definitely was putting it in front of us for a reason. And here we are today, teaching you guys how you can be successful with this business and helping you guys change your life too. So we just wanted to first and foremost say we're so excited for you. I promise you, if you can lean in and learn everything that you're going to learn, and just really believe in yourself, believe that God put this business in front of you for a reason too, I promise you, you will find yourself a year from now with a completely different reality, and you will be helping someone else, create the life of their dreams too. And so I hope that you can just give this business your all and go all in, because it will absolutely change everything for you. So getting started, our goal with this video is just to really help you get off to a strong start and just simplify your first steps. I know when you get started and you take a step, it can feel a little scary. You can be a little nervous. You might have that feeling of like, oh, what did I just do? Or, oh, can I actually do this? Am I going to have time for this? The answer to all those things is yes, you can do this. This is going to be an amazing ride for you. You're going to have so much help and support, but we're going to break everything down in just a really simple way for you. So definitely have your notebook out. If you need to pause this video to go grab it, do that, but get a pen and paper and just write these things out, because these are just your first steps in the business. Okay, so your first thing first is you want to get your first 6 loyal customers. That is your first goal with the business. There are 2 different types of customers you can sign. You can sign a retail customer, which is basically someone who's going to pay full price. None of us ever sign retail customers, or if we do, it's very rare, because the second customer we can sign is a loyal customer, and they get 40% off. In the team page and on people's posts and things like that, you might see people market this differently by calling them product reviewers, product testers, discount spots, discount openings. All of those things that you see are just marketing words marketing phrases that we use to market the opportunity for someone to be our loyal customer and receive that amazing 40% off discount. So as you get started and you start following more people, you'll see different creative marketing tactics, but it all is the same thing. It's all a loyal customer. So a loyal customer gets 40% off their order, no matter how big or how small. They could be getting 1 thing from you, they could be getting 10 things from you. They're getting 40% off their order by agreeing to try something after their order today for the next 2 months. So 3 months, they're trying something at least 1 thing a month, but it can be more if they want more, and they get 40% off. So it is an incredible deal for them. After that 3 months, they get to keep the discount for life. They also get 10% back on everything they spent in free product credit from our company. And there's lots of other perks that continue if they choose to keep ordering, and your enroller can tell you more about that. But that is your goal initially, is to get 6 loyal customers. And so we're going to kind of be walking you through how to do that. When you get your first 6 loyal customers, that is going to make you Fast Start qualified. And what Fast Start qualified means is that you are now qualified to earn Fast Start bonuses on all your future distributors you're going to sign when they get Fast Start qualified. And so it's really important you do this. This has to be done within your first 30 days. But what I'll tell you is making a goal to get this done like your first week is so huge. But getting your first 6 LCs is going to make you Fast Start qualified, and then it is also going to help you earn a $150 shopping spree. And so that $150 shopping spree will be yours to spend on anything that you want. You can get apparel with it, you can get product with it, you can get anything. So that's super exciting. And another reason you want to get that goal knocked out, really quickly, so you can go ahead and spend that and start, utilizing the things you're going to get with that. So your first thing that you're going to do when you get started is you're going to make your first post. You're going to finish watching this video. So you're already watching this video. Good job. That is your step 1. You want to make sure you write down questions you have as you're watching this and take those questions back to your enroller. They're going to be there every step of the way. They are 100% invested in your success, as is this whole team. And so going back to your enroller with those questions is so important. So that way, if there is anything you don't understand, they can help you. But your second step is to make your first post. Your enroller probably already sent you your first post. If they sent you this video, they probably gave you the first post too. If they didn't, that's okay. Just text them and say, hey, can I have my first post example? You want to get that first post up right away. You don't want to wait until you get your kit. The kit is just some like fun stuff for you. It's like your influencer box. It's just free product for you to use and try. So it has nothing to do with actually getting started with your business. So you want to make your first post right away so you can start getting those first 6 customers. And you want to utilize your enroller's help to seal the deal. So as you make your first post and you start getting comments on it, you want to make sure you're utilizing your enroller's support every step of the way, sending them screenshots and just really walking hand in hand with them and paying attention to the wording they're giving you. We have wording in Fire Tribe that we all use just to smoothly and seamlessly go through the process. And so you want to make sure that you are utilizing that. This is wording that has been tried and true, you guys. All 3 of us use this wording, and actually most of the wording came from the 3 of us. After us trial and error, when we got started, we formatted wording that was just easy for people to understand when we're talking to people, but also easy to duplicate and help our team with as well. So once you make your first post, the first thing that you're going to do is, as it starts getting comments, you're going to reply to those comments and you're going to say messaging you. You never want to answer a question publicly. You always want to say messaging you and take that into a private message. That is going to help you seal the deal. Whenever you have these conversations on Facebook or on Instagram, you're not near as likely to seal the deal as if you take it privately one-on-one. So let's say you get 4 comments. You're going to reply to each one, messaging you, and then you're going to send them a message and you're going to say, hey girl, thanks so much for being willing to help me out. Take a look at these goals and let me know which of them stand out to you. And then I will pair you with the product or products that accomplish those goals. And your enroller can give you the goals. So if you're like listening to this right now and you're like, oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Once you start getting comments, just go to your enroller and say, hey, can I have the goals? Save the goals in the notes on your iPhone, and that way they're handy. You can copy, paste them, send them every time you need to. What this is going to do is this is going to allow you to seamlessly proceed with the conversation. So we don't want to just send someone our website link and just like put the burden on them to go look around. We want to help them and really help them find what products are going to meet their needs the best. By sending the goals and then being able to tangibly look at everything, they're going to be able to come back to you and see, tell you what goals they have. But also what I love about it is sometimes there's goals on there that they maybe wouldn't have thought of, but they're going to see that and they're going to be like, oh, I have a lot of these, 1, 3, 5, 7, 12. And so you're going to be able to really suggest products for them that are going to meet those needs. And so from there, your enroller will be able to give you the goal responses to also save in the notes on your phone. And then you will have seamless ways to respond to those people once they tell you the goals that they have. One tip I want to give you kind of before I transition and pass it over to what Jordan is going to share with you guys is, number 1, never answer a question that wasn't asked. But number 2, never say, let me know. So when you're talking to people, always make sure you're being direct and you're moving towards the close. So you're not leaving anything open-ended. You're asking direct questions. Questions prompt answers, but when you say things like, let me know if that sounds good, if people are busy, there's a really, really likely chance they're not going to answer back because they're busy and you said, let me know, and they'll just let you know when they think of it, which is not really a priority for them right now. So the best thing you can do in these conversations is be direct. So the wording that your enroller will give you, you'll notice that it ends, once it explains the loyal customer program, it explains how they get 40% off. You'll notice it ends with, does that make sense? When they come back and they say yes, your answer to them needs to be perfect. Did you want to go ahead and get started on some? That way you're immediately moving towards the close. If they say yes, then you're going to say, okay, great, I can get your order through. I just need this, this, and this. It's going to list out the information. Your enroller will also be able to give you that little blurb to save to your phone. If for some reason they say, yeah, that sounds good, but I'm not able to order yet. I have to wait till I get paid. Just say, perfect, no problem. I would love to help you when it's a good time for you. What day do you want me to write you down for? And then let's say they say next Friday. You're just going to go into your phone. What I like to do is I like to just set a reminder in my iPhone to go off on Friday. And then I also write their name down in my notebook as well too. So I have them in 2 places. But just always asking a question, always moving towards the close is the best advice I can give you to seal the deal promptly with people. But I'm going to pass it over to Jordan and let Jordan talk to you guys about, once that person has said yes, they've sent you their information, you've sealed the deal, you have their info ready to enroll them. Jordan's going to go over with you guys how to enroll them, and then she's also going to talk to you guys about how you can reach out to your warm market as well. So not just relying on that first post to supply your customers, but how you can take it a step further and be proactive also.
Okay, so let's talk about getting your first orders in. First of all, congratulations. That is such a big deal. I remember when I first got my very first customer, I texted Brittany, who's my enroller, and was just freaking out, so excited that somebody wanted to order a product. So I'm gonna walk you guys through a couple of different ways that you can put this order in. So the first one I'm gonna start with is in your Connect app. So if you have not downloaded the It Works Connect app yet, go ahead and do that now. And then you can follow along with how I'm showing you to place this order. So once you have your Connect app downloaded, go ahead and open it up. And this is what your first page is gonna look like. It might look a little bit different than mine. And you're just going to scroll all the way down to the bottom where it says Enrollment. And by this point, you should already have your customer's order information to go ahead and get that in. And then you can see it gives you the options for enrolling a new distributor, a loyal customer, or a retail customer. And you're just gonna select the option that goes with what you're about to enroll. And as you get to that, it's gonna take you through the next steps, and that's where you're gonna input your potential customers' information. So you're gonna go through there, you're gonna fill out their name and phone number and all the things that you need to get their order in. And once you get to the bottom of that screen, it's going to give you a place to sign that they have consented to being a loyal customer. And given that you guys have shared with them how to get this amazing discount by agreeing to try a product, any product of their choice this month and then the following 2 months, and they have said yes to that, you're gonna go ahead and just sign their name at the bottom, showing that they have acknowledged that they would like to participate in that. Another tip that I want to share with you guys on your Connect app, if you scroll down, you will also see that there is a way to create a shopping list. So normally when we're getting our customers' orders in, we want to go ahead and do that for them. We want to make sure that we are keeping control of that conversation. We want to make sure that we are applying their discount for them. So if I ever have someone who may be a little weary about sending their information on social media to me when I'm getting their order in, I'll just send them a quick voice message back and just say, hey, you know, I normally prefer to get my own customer orders in. I just don't want somebody to accidentally pay full price. So if you'd feel more comfortable sending that information over text or email, I can definitely send you my phone number or my email address, and we can do it that way. More times than not, that is going to overcome that objection for them, and it's just going to help them feel at ease if there was any sort of, you know, thing that they were feeling beforehand. Another thing to go with that as well is you are a business owner. So when you are having these conversations with your potential customers, they're going to feel that confidence coming from you if you feel confident. So if you're feeling awkward about getting their order, their information for their order, they're going to feel awkward as well. You're going to project that onto them. So just messaging with confidence, remembering that you are a professional business owner, just like we would go to a restaurant and give someone our card to go and pay for our food, you know, from the table to where they go to check you out. You don't know what they're doing with your card. We're trusting them because they are professional. That's where they work. That is their income to support their family. You have to think of your business in the same way. When you're asking for that information to get their order in for them, not only are you making the process more simple for your customer by getting that order in for them, but you, like I said, are projecting yourself as a professional business owner, and this is your career. So view it that way. Don't feel awkward about it. But in the rare case that someone just really is not comfortable sending that information, what you can do is go into the app and create a shopping cart for them, which is really amazing. You can go ahead and add those products to the cart for them. So that way there's no chance that they're gonna accidentally miss that discount. You're gonna get them set up from the get-go. What you're gonna do is go ahead and create that cart, and you're gonna have the option to copy that link, and you're just going to send that to your potential customer. So go ahead and get their phone number and let them know, no problem. I'm gonna go ahead and send you a link that's gonna take you directly to your shopping cart to make sure that you get set up with my personal discount. What's your phone number so I can go ahead and send that over to you? And another side note to go with that, you guys, Facebook blocks a lot of business links. So go ahead and get in the habit, and Amanda's gonna share this as well and go into a little more detail of getting your customers' orders in, getting their phone number if you need to send them that shopping cart link. Another way that you can enroll your customers is through your eSuite website. So you guys should be familiar with that by now. You should have logged in and done your tax information and all of those things. So when you go into eSuite, you are going to see at the top of that page, it's going to say orders, and then you're going to select enroll new customer. And then from there, you'll select either distributor or loyal customer, or in the rare case that you have a retail customer, you'll select it from there. And then it'll be just the same as if you were doing it in the app. You're gonna go down the page and enter your customer's information, get that signed for them. There's also gonna be a place on there I wanna mention for you to create a password for them. And what we do for that is just make it their first and last name, all lowercase, all one word. That's personally what I do. So that makes it easy for them to be able to get into, as well as if they need your help in the future, you're able to, you already know what their password is if they haven't changed it, and you're able to go in and assist them with any help that they need from that point forward. Another thing that I like to do once I've finished getting my customer's order in, it's gonna pop up with a confirmation screen that shows you what their customer ID is, as well as their password. Copy and paste their login ID and their password from that point and send it over to them. And then I just put a quick blurb in there that basically just says, okay, I'm all finished. To view your order and check out your customer account, go to itworks.com. Here's your login information. I'm so excited for you. Please let me know as soon as your order comes. I'm going to send you some tips and instructions for using these products. And I cannot wait to hear what you think. You are going to be so in love. So from that point, you're sending them their information. Obviously, they can log in and check it out. But you're also giving them a follow-up message for them to get in contact with you. We want to make sure that our customers are having the absolute best experience with the products. And that comes with, on our part, we need to be checking in with them, making sure that they are using the products correctly. If they are not loving it right away, we want to jump in quickly and we want to find out why, because we know that these products are amazing and they work, and we want to make sure that our customers are experiencing that too. So go ahead and check in with them, let them know that. And if you haven't heard from them and they pop up in your mind, go ahead and just send them a message and say, hey girl, has your order come in yet? I'm so excited to hear what you think. And that will restart that conversation again. We want to help them get their results as quickly as possible and as efficient as possible. And like I said, we want them to love their products. So the next thing that I'm going to share with you guys is the warm market message that you can send out when you first get started. So like Brittany said, after you do your first post, maybe you got a ton of interaction on that, maybe you didn't, that's completely okay. One thing that I love about the warm market message is it's a way to just send it out to more people that maybe didn't see your post. Maybe they haven't been on your social media yet or on their social media and haven't seen your post come up. This is just a way for you guys to reach out to people that you know in real life. That's what we mean by warm market. Somebody that you maybe know from school or from college or church, or you know, it could be somebody that works at your doctor's office or whatever it is, somebody that you've had interaction with in real life. And this message is just very non-invasive. It's not pushy. It's just a way to send the message out to them and just say, hey, I don't know if you've seen yet, I started on a new journey, a new business. You can find this message in the Files of Fire Tribe as well. But it's just letting them know that you have started a new business and asking them, would you be open to helping me get started? Would you be willing to help me get started? Once you send that message out to them and they are willing to help you get started in your business, this is when you're going to also send a list of goals to them, and you're going to say, thank you so much. I'm so excited for you to check out these products. I'm going to send you a list of goals to choose from. Can you tell me which ones stand out to you the most? And as they send those responses back to you, you're also going to have a list of responses to send to those numbers that they are interested in. And this is really just going to help get the conversation started. It's going to give you confidence as a new distributor of what to say. And then obviously you have your enroller and your diamond and above upline to help you as well with wording. Also, don't forget to utilize, like I said, your enroller. Send them screenshots as your potential customers or people who are interested in helping you get started in your business. Send them screenshots of questions that they're asking you. We know that you are brand new in your business and we all started at square one. We didn't know what to say either. So make sure you're utilizing that and let your enroller help you know what to say, help you overcome those objections that you may get, or just answer any questions that they may have about the products. So that is how I got a ton of new customers when I first got started. This was a great way for me to just reach out to other people, give them the opportunity to be able to help my family as we started on this new journey. So I'm going to go ahead and pass this over to Amanda, and she's going to share the next steps with you guys.
Okay, so Jordan just talked about how we go about getting our first 6 customers. Now, I want to tell you guys something that's really exciting to me. If you have gotten your first 6 customers, then congratulations, because you've officially done exactly what you need to do over and over again. This business is super simple, and it's really exciting when we achieve that first step, because then you know that you can do exactly what it takes to get all the way to ambassador. But once you get your first 6 customers under you, your first 6 loyal customers, you're going to want to sign your spouse immediately. All of us did that immediately after we got our first customers, and I'm going to tell you why. So basically, when you sign your spouse, it doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be working the business, they're going to be posting on social media, or, you know, doing the same things you are. But what you're doing is you're working smarter, not harder, and you're going to end up getting 2 paychecks for, you know, doing the work one time. So I signed up my husband, and he in no way was active in the business at all. But I signed him up, I created an account under him, and I started building his chart underneath him. So for every customer that I sign, every distributor that I sign, I'm stacking it under him, and I'm growing his chart. And then at the end of the month, not only do I get my paycheck, but I get a really awesome paycheck from him too. So it's a no-brainer. It's something you're going to want to do. And it's important to make sure that you do it ASAP after you get your first 6. You're not going to want to wait till, you know, a better financial time. You're not going to want to wait for whatever. And the reason for that is because this is going to be the vehicle that helps you achieve those financial goals, because you want him to be on the foundational part of your chart so that they can be your strongest leg, because then you're going to get the biggest paycheck possible from his leg, and that's what we're looking for. Okay, and then also one thing that I want to touch on real quick, Jordan just talked about how to get these your first 6 LCs. When we do that, let's make sure that we document every single win. That's something that Cami Pentecost shares that I think is so helpful, and just market ourselves better on social media. So in your email, you'll get an email that says, congratulations, Sally just joined your team, blah, blah, blah. You can take a screenshot of that. Sometimes you get a notification pop up from the app, or you can go into the app and find that. And that's a really fun thing that you can keep screenshotting, and then you can take a picture of, you know, whatever you're doing when you did that. Maybe your kids are playing at the park, and then you can overlay that and just put that in your story. And the reason that that's so important is because it's simple and it's what we do to, you know, earn money, but it also can show other moms like, wow, she's really figuring this out. She's actually making some money with this. And I think that's really important to show our networks every single thing and every single win. And they celebrate with us too. And also another reason why it's important to sign our spouse is because as soon as we sign them up, we get them fast start qualified. That means we get them their first 6 customers. You're going to get their shopping spree, which is really awesome because, oh gosh, sorry. Okay, so another reason why you want to get your spouse signed up ASAP is because when you get him his first 6 customers, then you're going to get that shopping spree from him too. And this is a really exciting thing that we didn't have whenever I signed up. But basically, you can use that $150 shopping spree to get whatever you want. You can get more products to build your business. You can get more products to make money immediately with Wrap Cash, which is amazing. You can get paid like that day. Or you can get apparel. You can get business tools, all of that. Or if you already got some of the things that you want, what you can do is you can order some things that maybe would help your husband or your spouse be more bought into this business, some things that they might like. The ketones for working out, maybe the shake, get them something that's going to show them how awesome our products are, you know, and get them bought into it as well. And I don't know, this is a little like more exciting than that even, is as soon as you get them their first 6 customers, you're going to get a $150 fast start bonus in your pocket that week, which is so exciting. You're going to get $50 when they get their first 2 LCs signed underneath them. You're going to get another $50 when they get the next 2. And then you're going to get another $50 after that when they get the last 2 of the 6. So that is fast money that you get immediately. And that actually makes up what you paid the $99 to get them set up. So it's seriously a no-brainer. When I signed my husband up, we were in no place financially to even have signed me up, to be completely honest. But then when I told him, we got to sign you up, he's like, where is this $99 coming from? And I said, well, don't worry about it because I'm going to get the customers and it's going to be paid off immediately. And it was paid off in less than a week. I got him fast start qualified in less than a week. So that's super exciting, even on top of the double paycheck, even on top of all of that. And something that you might wonder about too is you can go ahead and turn his eSuite off. You don't need to leave his on. I think I only turned my husband's eSuite back on when I was in triple diamond. So up until that point, I only paid the $21.32 or whatever it is for mine. So there won't be any business expense. There's literally, it's completely a no-brainer. You're going to get more money in your pocket and not spend more. No-brainer. Sign him up immediately after your first 6. One small tip that I want to share with you guys is you actually have your own replicated business site, which is really amazing. You can go in there, you can add a picture of yourself and your family, you can add a business profile, but all of the products and information on the company is already automatically in there. So I don't put in orders through that. I don't let my customers usually go there because I like to provide the best customer service possible. So I just usually put orders in. But one cool thing that you can do is you can actually customize what the name is for that website. Go into eSuite, then go into settings, and it's something like website alias, and you can make that your name. So you might have to get creative if you've got a really common name, like maybe it's like Ann Jones 2 or something like that, but make it something catchy. You can put that on your business cards. I like to pull up my website on my iPad whenever I take pictures working at Starbucks. You can use it for a lot of different things, even outside of sending people to your website. So you just don't want it to be 1073576 because nobody's ever going to remember that. And also, if you took a picture of that at Starbucks, no one's going to know that that's your actual website. So it's really neat to have your own professional website. So just make sure that you go into eSuite and customize what your name is to make it whatever you want for your brand. Okay, so the next thing that I want to talk about with you guys is our team huddle. So you're going to want to download the app Zoom. It's a free app, and go ahead and set up your account ASAP because it does take a little while to set it up. So you don't want to wait until there's a Zoom to set it up. Because that is the app that we use to record all of our trainings like the one that you're watching right now. And that's the app that we use every Monday night to have our team trainings and our team huddle. And that's super important because in the end, you have to show up to go up. And when you make this business your priority, it's going to grow differently. And each one of us that you're seeing on here, we don't treat our businesses like a hobby. We treat it like a career. And we're blessed to be on one of the fastest growing teams in the entire industry, one of the best teams in our company. So the trainings that we provide on Monday nights are absolutely essential. So it's important to prioritize those and make sure that we're on every single one, because when we stay close to the fire, we get connected, our minds get refreshed, we get new ideas, and we can be constantly growing and knowing what's going on. And then that way we don't get left behind. So all of my people who are progressing quickly through the ranks, if you see people hitting Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, you can bet that they are on every single Zoom. They are tuned into all of these things. And another thing is you can opt into team chat. So every month we have something special for people who are really just 100% committed to running that month. It may be the Jumpstart January, it could be a boom thread, it could be a lot of different things, but you want to, whenever you see that advertised in Fire Tribe, it's only advertised for a short period of time. You want to opt into that because that's where the boom is. That's where the fire is. That's where you're going to see people enrolling left and right and sharing their tips on how they're doing that. And I can just absolutely guarantee you, like, you join this company to make money, and this is how you're going to make money. You want to be a part of that. And then the last thing that I want to talk about is our monthly host to post. So the month that you join, you get to participate in this for free, so you don't need to worry about it. But after that, it's one of the best $10 investments, or whatever we make it, depending on what the month's giveaway is, that you can make, and like it will pay out like 100-fold. So basically each month our team does a giveaway. It could be for Amazon, it could be for Target, it could be like a Visa gift card giveaway. And basically what we do is you buy into that by $10 or whatever it is in the host to post, and then you get to participate and you get to make posts to have someone share on your page. There's a whole host of post training, so I'm not going to get too far into that. if you don't know what I'm talking about, it's okay. We'll help you ask your enroller, what is she talking about with the host to post? But all I want you to get from me is there's a host to post every single month. And it is super, super important that you participate in that, because it's going to be one of the very best ways after what Jordan's talking about, your first and second post, and then your warm market message. Host to post is such a great way to get people on your team as loyal customers and as distributors.
Yes, and your very first month in the business, you guys, you can participate in the host post for free too. So that's super exciting. And then after that, like Amanda said, it's just $10 a month, and it's, oh my gosh, all of us have made back in spades what we invest into host to post. It's just an incredible way to get outside your network. So definitely get with your enroller about that. But the next thing that I wanted to talk about is your daily task list. So you've made your first post, you've signed you're already in conversations, and are in the process of signing your first 6 LCs. You want to now make sure after that first post, you're not just like waiting for LCs to come to you, but you're being proactive. And so we have a little colorful graphic that we all save to your phone. You can ask your enroller for that, and they'll be able to give that to you. But it basically just has the things that you want to do every single day without fail in your business that you want to really, take the time to make habits. So I like to describe these things as like, if you had a job, a 9-to-5 job, you would have certain things at your job that you have to do. And if you don't do, you would get fired, right? Well, these things are kind of like that. If this was a job, if you didn't do these things, these are what you would get fired for. Like, these are things that are necessary to grow your business in the right direction, and to really get in a good groove where your business is profitable. Amanda mentioned, we treat our business like a career. People who treat their business like a hobby just do these things when they feel like it. People who treat their business like a career do these things every single day. And these are things, you guys, that you can get done in less than an hour. So it's just a matter of deciding you're going to do it, getting in the habit of doing it, saving it to your phone so you can, train yourself to do these things. But you're going to want to make sure that you memorize that daily task list and get those things done every day. It's just got like 6 things on it. And then the next thing I kind of wanted to go over is, once you've watched this video and you've made your first post, you've gone back to your enroller, you've asked them your questions, is we have some other videos for you to watch. There is one in particular that is a great video to watch to make sure that you are comfortable with the wording on signing whenever you're talking to potential distributors. And it's called Signing Distributors. And it is on my YouTube channel. It's got like a peach background, and it basically just goes through from start to finish how you would seal the deal with a potential distributor. You want to make sure that you are never answering a question that wasn't asked. Remember, a confused mind always says no. And so we don't want to information overload when someone approaches us about our business. And as you start posting regularly, people will start approaching you about your business. They'll want to know what you're doing. And so once their interest is piqued, you want to get them even more excited, and you want to go, towards the close, towards them joining your team. And so the way you do that is by, making sure that you're keeping the wording in a certain flow. So that signing distributor video is just going to help you get familiar with kind of what to say, how to talk to potential distributors. And then we also have a posting video and an Instagram training video, and those go hand in hand. So you can watch both of those, write down your questions, go to your enroller with your questions, but those videos are just going to help you feel more equipped on how to post, on how to do what you need to do on social media. Amanda mentioned, screenshotting your wins, like the email notifications you get and things like that. Those are great tips. And you can watch the 3 of us, go to our Facebooks and click follow. And when you follow us, you'll be able to follow all of our public posts. You can follow us on Instagram as well too. And you will be able to see how we post and get different ideas. The 3 of us post very similarly, but there are things that we do a little bit differently. And so by following us, you're going to be able to get all of the, different ideas, and you're going to be able to see something that one of us posted that you can relate to, and you're like, oh, that's a good idea. That's something I can do. And then also obviously making sure you're paying attention to what your enroller is doing as well. And then one thing I want to say about posting too is just not stressing yourself out about it. If you weren't active on social media before the business, you will get better at it as time goes on. You'll get in, a habit and a good flow of everything. All of us, when we got started, we look back at our posts and they're nothing like our posts are today. I know I can speak for Jordan and Amanda that when we look at our posts, like our first couple months in the business, we're like, oh man, what was I doing? But you know what? That's how you learn. And so don't worry about your posts being perfect. Worry about just getting a little bit better every single day, just learning something new, getting new ideas every single day. And that's where the key is to, to really, really making some good headway and some good progress. The last thing I wanted to talk about is just really, making sure from the beginning that you are setting yourself up to become the type of person who can become successful. And what I mean by that is doing what successful people do, and that's getting a little better every single day, learning and growing every single day, and believing that you can do this. Maybe you're watching this video and you're so pumped up. You're already so excited and you're like, I'm ready for this to end. I'm going to implement everything they said. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be an ambassador diamond by next year. But then maybe some of you are watching this and you're like, oh, they're so inspiring, but I just don't know that their story could be my story. I don't know that I could actually do this. And what I want you to know is you can do this, but ultimately you have to believe you can do this. If, we can tell you everything to do, we can equip you every step of the way, but if at the end of the day, you don't think you're good enough and you don't think you can do this, you will only ever get so far. And we don't want that for you. We want you to go so far. We want you to, go further than we've ever even gone. And we know you can if you will just simply believe in yourself. And so to really get yourself in that frame of mind where you do believe anything's possible and you do believe that God can do immeasurably more than you could ask or imagine through you, even if you don't feel good enough or you don't feel equipped, is you've got to be doing regular self-development. So a couple of things that I recommend, Amanda talked about getting on the team huddles. That is crucial. Make sure you're getting on every team huddle. If for some reason you miss, watch the recording, but also making sure that you are listening to an audiobook, you're listening to podcasts, you're listening to sermons, that you have something every day that you're listening to that's inspiring you. What I love to do is I love to start the day off inspired. So when I wake up, before I even pick up my phone, is I listen to something inspiring, whether it's YouTube, whether it's an audiobook. That is my morning routine. And so maybe you work full time. Get in the habit of listening to something while you're getting ready or while you're driving to work. Maybe you're, a stay-at-home mom like all of us were when we got started. Get in the habit of first thing when you wake up, while you're making yourself coffee, having something playing that, can fill your cup and uplift you. Some audiobooks that I recommend are Rhinoceros Success. It's like $4 on iTunes and Amazon for the audiobook. And it is so good, you guys. It's like an hour and a half long. You can literally finish it so quickly. And it's just really, really going to help you start thinking like, how a successful person thinks, and start really focusing on, viewing everything around you as opportunity, and, not seeing problems, but seeing solutions. That's one of my favorites. And then also the book called Chop Wood, Carry Water. It's like a 3-hour book. It's super, efficient as well too. That book is phenomenal. And then third is the book called Beach Money. Beach Money is specifically about network marketing, and it really breaks down everything so simple, to be successful in this industry. And what I love about it too is it was written by a man, and on our team you see mostly women. And so I love, I love that book so much, because hearing the perspective of a man who is very successful in this industry was just further confirmation that anybody can do this if they're simply willing to believe they can, and they're willing to take the right steps in the right direction every single day towards that. So those 3 books are my top go-tos when you're brand new. Once you have listened to those, you can definitely go to your enroller and ask them for some more books they recommend. You can ask in whatever chat you've been added to at that point, what are books people recommend for you. If you search self-development in Fire Tribe, you will see a whole thread about different, books that we recommend, and podcasts and sermons and, whatnot. But the main thing is just getting in that routine, that rhythm where you're growing every day. I can speak for all of us when I say, if I have a period where I don't do self-development, my enrollments go down. I'm not on fire like I am when I'm doing my self-development. And that's true for me, even after the success I've had up to this point in the business. If I just stopped doing self-development today and didn't do it for the next month, it would be seen visibly in my business. But when I'm doing self-development diligently, my business is soaring and is continuing to go upwards. So it really is something that is so, so necessary to your success. That's why we're talking about it so passionately. Get in the habit of that right now. And I promise you, you're going to be so glad that you did. And just if you find yourself, feeling down or feeling, any sort of way that's not positive about your business, just really going back, to the drawing board and going back to the fact that, God put this opportunity in front of you for a reason. You connected with your enroller, whatever way that was, for a reason. It was not by accident. It was not by coincidence. And I think when we can remind ourselves of that on the hard days, the days that maybe everything's going wrong, or maybe we just haven't had a win in a few days, we can, get back to, where we should be mentally, and be reminded that the best is yet to come, that maybe these things are happening, but it's so temporary. This business is for us. We can do this. And just really like intentionally taking captive those thoughts, and getting back on the right path is the very best thing that you can do. So on that note, we're going to wrap this up. Jordan, Amanda, did you guys have any final tips or just any final words of inspiration that you wanted to share with our amazing new team members that have gotten started that are watching this?
Yes, so I just want to encourage you guys, right when you're first getting started, I want you to take quitting off of the table. I don't want it to be a plan B for you. I don't want it to be plan Z for you. And the moment that you make that conscious decision to take quitting completely out of the picture, you're going to be so amazed at how much you progress and how fast you progress. When you have bad days, because I promise you, you're going to have those days in your business if you stick it out long enough. All three of us can attest to, we have ups and downs in business. It's a business. So if you've already taken quitting completely off of the table, those days that you're having maybe a pretty yuck day, it's not even going to be an option for you. You're going to already be in great habits after implementing the tools that you've heard on here. You're already going to be hopefully doing your self-development and preparing yourself for these bad days that are going to happen. But if you completely take that off and it's not even a backdoor option, you're going to go so far in your business. You're going to be somebody that we get to celebrate watching you go Ambassador Diamond, because you had a long-term mindset. You decided that you could do it and you believe that it's going to happen. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen, but when it's going to happen once you make that decision.
One thing that I just want to say as we close is this is a place for big dreams. And I know that might sound cheesy, but this is a place for big dreams. So whenever you get started on this, there's obviously something in the back of your head. You might even be scared to admit it to yourself. I want you to write it down on a piece of paper, and I want you to let yourself start dreaming big, because once we realize that and once we start speaking about it, it's only going to be a matter of time until you achieve it. And I want you guys to just be encouraged by the fact that all of our timelines looked very different, but we are headed exactly in the same place, and that is straight to the top. So regardless of how quickly you progress, or maybe it feels like you're progressing slowly with this company, with the compensation plan and how generous our company is, and on this specific team, as long as you, like Jordan said, like take quitting off the table, as long as you're unwilling to quit, it is truly only a matter of time until you are going to achieve those goals. And if there's ever a day that you feel like there will be, if there's ever a day where you just feel like it's not working, don't be afraid to admit that to your enroller. Reach out to us, because I 100% promise you, whatever it is, one of us has gone through it. So don't be scared to admit that, because sometimes there's going to be struggles, and just don't let the devil isolate you. You know, let us go with it through you, go through it with you. And basically just help you get back on track and figure out how to achieve those goals.
Another thing that we wanted to go over is just the importance of having your auto shipment set up and being a product of the product. So when you get started, you know, it's not mandatory that you order a certain amount of products each month, but you will not meet one successful person at the top who does not have their auto shipment set up and has not been a product of the product. All three of us, when we got started, you know, all were broke when we got started, but we all knew that the successful people we looked up to, you know, were a product of the product. They were, you know, making, you know, that a priority to use the products regularly. And so all of us have always run an 80 BB auto shipment since we got started. And what an 80 BB auto shipment means, you guys, 80 BB is literally just like the BB is like the It Works dollar amount. And so you can run an 80 BB auto shipment with 2 to 3 products. And so my best advice to you is, if you are, you know, on a tight budget like all of us were, is, you know, to work smarter, not harder when you're setting up your auto shipment, and really think of things that are going to save you on your grocery budget. So, you know, our fat burning coffee and greens combo, if you do 2 bags of coffee, which is a month's supply, and 1 bag of chocolate greens, which is a month's supply, that is going to be 90 BB. And so that is going to, you know, fulfill the 80 BB auto shipment. And that's going to be a meal replacement for breakfast. And so that's going to, you know, again, save you from having to buy breakfast groceries for yourself. You're going to feel better. You're going to be less tempted to snack, which is also going to cut down on what you're spending. Another option is just, you know, looking at what you buy at the grocery store that you don't really need. You know, all of us, I'm sure, buy little snacks here and there, things that, definitely aren't a necessity. We just want. And just deciding, each month you're going to go without those things and get some supplements that are going to make you feel better. Maybe it's, getting our super reds, which are going to give you your daily vitamins. Maybe it's getting our collagen beauty drink, getting things that are good for you, and not in, letting go of the things that aren't good for you. And you're going to find that monetarily it adds up, and it's, you can make that work for you. Also just as you're running out of skincare, getting our skincare. There's lots of different creative things that you can do to run your auto shipment and it not be, something that you're viewing as an expense, but as an investment in your business. And it's something that's going to make you feel amazing. You get great results. And then you're going to be able to go forward and be that much more passionate about the business and also help people, with pairing up with products that are best for them that much more effectively, because you yourself are a product of the product. So again, I just can't reiterate the importance of this enough. Even though it is not mandatory, we all strongly recommend it. If you are serious about this business and you want this business to work for you, decide right now you're going to be serious about your business. You're going to use the products, get your own incredible results, and I promise you, you're going to see your business thrive from there. Another tip that you can do too with your auto shipment is you can get, something for you in the auto shipment and then something to sell. So you could get a bag of coffee that you're going to sell, each individual packet as samples, or a pack of wraps, and you're going to sell each wrap, individually for $25 each. And then that way, the samples that you sold or the wraps that you sold covers the entire cost of the auto shipment, but you were still able to have the product for yourself while also having the product that you sold. Does that make sense, you guys? If you have any questions about that, you can go to your enroller. But this is an incredible way that you can get really creative with the money that you're spending, and really just get the most bang for your buck. And honestly, it's a way that you can use the products for free. If you, just to give you guys an example, kind of breaking down the math for you guys, if you bought a pack of wraps in your auto shipment, that cost you $59. But you're going to sell those each for $25. So that's $100 that you're going to make from selling the pack of wraps that you paid $59 for. And then if you, also with the wraps, got a thing of super reds that cost you $39. And so you just spent 54 plus 39, whatever that is, but then you made 100. So that 100 covers your auto shipment. While, and allows you to, use the super reds for free. So there's so many creative ways you can run the ADBB auto shipment, whether it is, just trading out things you already buy at the grocery store, whether it is, selling part of what you get as samples and covering the cost that way. But again, get with your enroller. They'll be able to help you set up the perfect auto shipment for you to meet your goals. If you have questions about what products to get, they'll be able to help you with that. And we just can't recommend enough, how, important this is for your business to do this. And the last thing I wanted to end with is just really protecting your mind in this business. Don't take advice from people you wouldn't trade places with. I promise you, through this business, there will be from time to time that you encounter a negative Nancy. You encounter, that family member that has something to say about what you're doing, or that friend from high school that comments something, kind of smart aleckish on your post. And you've got to protect your mind, and you've got to know that they're not going where you're going, whether they're family, whether they're friend, whoever they are, like, they're not going where you're going. The people that are meant to be in your corner are always going to clap when you win. They're going to support you. They're going to cheer you on. If someone's not cheering you on, it doesn't matter who they are. It doesn't matter if it's your cousin. It doesn't matter if it's, again, someone who you thought was a friend. You've got to put up some boundaries. You can still love them, but still keep them at arm's length. And you need to, really, really just protect your mind through that, and know that, what, God is going to supply your needs. He's going to equip you where you're weak. And it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks about it. I had so many people, you guys, when I started this business, who laughed at me when I got started. I know that Jordan and Amanda can relate to this too. We've all three of us have had people who we thought were friends, or people who were family members who said something negative. And, we all had to make the decision that, we were not going to live for their opinions and for their approval. We were going to live for, the approval of God. And He put this in front of us to meet our family's needs and to be a blessing for us. And so why would we, question something God clearly supplied for us because of what, Susie from high school thinks? And so what I want to encourage you is just, when that inevitably happens to you, because I think that kind of stuff, you guys, not being negative, but it is a matter of when, it's not a matter of if. You've got to be strong, and you've got to just decide that that is a time for you to grow. Some of the things that happened to me early on in my business like that, those were the biggest moments of growth for me. It might have hurt a little bit. It might have stung a little bit. Nobody likes for anyone to say anything negative to them. Nobody likes rejection. But those were the moments where I really was able to grow as a person and lean onto, God supplying my needs, and lean on to not my own understanding, but to His. And so I just want to encourage you to do the same, and to decide that right now. If you've decided what Jordan says, that, quitting is off the table for you, and you've decided what Amanda said, that you're going to write down your big dreams, your big goals, no matter how scary they said, then you've also got to decide that whenever, negativity comes your way and you encounter any type of opposition, that you're going to go forward in faith and you're not going to worry about it. You're going to, what's it called? What's the phrase from the Bible? You're going to shake the dust off your feet and you're going to keep going. And you're not going to let that hold you back. And if there's something that you need to go to your enroller with, go to your enroller. I can remember several times early on in my business going to my enroller and telling her something someone in my family said to me or something like that. And she was able to be encouraging to me and speak that life into me. And, after getting off the phone, I remember feeling like a weight lifted off me. And I remember feeling like, you know what? God's meeting my needs in every way that I could possibly need. Yes, this person maybe said or did this, but he's given me a friend that I can lean on that's going to encourage me and call me higher. And that is what all three of us love about this business so much. And what I know you're going to come to love so much as well too, is you're going to find a community of women who have got your back, who are going to cheer you on, who are going to clap when you win, who are going to pick you up when you fall down, and they're going to help you, go forward and become the woman that you're meant to be. Or if you're watching this and you're a man, help you become the man you're meant to be. But we are just so excited for you. We love you guys also so much. If you're brand new, we can't wait to get to know you better. And we can't wait to watch you accomplish your dreams this year. So I hope this was so helpful. Definitely, if you need to rewatch this, rewatch it, go back to your enroller with any questions, and don't hesitate at all to utilize the support of this full team, because we're here for you. We've got your back.